Okay, which one do I want to destroy? They both look about the same. I don't really see any splits or flaws or, you know, anything like that. Okay, so as you saw before, I can squish it. I don't see that causing any damage. That definitely caused damage on the other one, on this one, when I squished it, because I think that's how I got the first little crack in it. Squish it that way. You can squish it this way. I can poke it pretty hard. I don't know if you can see. I'm poking my nail in there as far as I can, you know, and it's not putting a dent. We'll bend it. Now obviously you're not going to handle that as rough as this, right? Like, who does that to their stamper other than me? Right? When you're putting it in your holder, you know, you're putting it in and you're taking it out. Obviously be careful because, you know, these are rough, not rough, sharp edges. You know, you don't want to jam it down on these little stoppers in here. So be cautious. But, I mean, I'm not being overly gentle, and I don't see any damage. So I think it's fair to say that if you use it like a normal person, you are going to be just fine with it. So let's see what it takes to actually tear it apart. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, right? So let's stretch it. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, I thought that was a little damage, but it's not. It was just a little piece of fuzz or something. Oh, there we go. We got a tear. I mean, I was pulling on it really hard, though. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, I was really wrenching on it. Now, I'm pulling on this pretty good right now. You know, no one would ever do this. And it's not really making that tear any worse. Whereas this one here, you saw in the earlier part of the video. Oh, yeah. Look at, I just barely touched that and it comes right apart. Yeah, now you can see when I do this, you can, oh, yeah. So, I mean, obviously, this comes apart. This is not mine. This is the original stamper that I got a long time ago. That is notorious for falling apart, which, if you're careful, it won't fall apart. Don't treat it roughly and it will be fine. But obviously it doesn't have a whole lot of give to it. This one, on the other hand, has a whole lot of give. So now that we have that little tear in there, I am going to try and rip that apart, but I'm going to see what it takes to put another tear in an uncompromised part of this, okay? So let's, I mean, can you see what I'm doing to that? Oh, there we go. So that got a tear. But I mean, again, I really was yanking on that. So, as you can tell. Now, if you do have tears like this, obviously that would still be usable. Because look at, that's almost self-sealing. When you squish that back together, you can barely see that. And if you put it back in the holder, I mean, other than there being a visual flaw, which still wouldn't stop you from centering your artwork. Huh. So let's see what it takes. Like if you were to scrape the surface, I mean, I'm really scraping it. It's just starting to get a little dent in it. But even still, with that little dent, look how much I'm pulling it. I'm almost bending it in half. So I think it's fair to say that this is pretty damn durable, right? Yep, that is pretty durable. Now look at, after all that, it's actually still in one piece. I think that speaks to itself, right? Let's see if it'll stamp. Just for S&Gs. Let's see if this destroyed stamper will still stamp. Let's get all the little bits off of it. Which one do we want to do? Let's do something different. How about, let's do the stars. Because I think this product is a star, right? Let's do, how about red stars? Let's try that. Stamper, scraper. Oh yeah, this is what I did on this one. I was trying to figure out how to swatch these so that I would see how they stamp over black, and I stamped it right on the handle. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Well, that's too bad. Oh, a little bit. Anyway. Polish on. Scrape off. Not too shabby. Oh, I lied. I lied. Let's get rid of this and try something different. Get rid of that. Yeah, red's messy. Really messy. I'm going to use a cotton pad for this one because they just are definitely more efficient, but you run the risk of getting it on your fingers, right? Alright, let's try like I just did. Let's try the black instead because we know that picks up. I'm sure the red was just a fluke because I've used it before and it's been fine, but for the sake of editing, let's do the black. Polish on, scrape off, pick up, yep, pop down. Well, not perfect, but I mean this is with this demolished stamper head. So you know what, that's not bad. That is not bad at all, right? So, I'm gonna tell you, I've never tried to pull one of these apart, but I am very happy. Very, very happy with that. Alright, well, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope that I can edit this down to somewhat reasonable length of video, and that makes sense. I might have to pop it into a couple different videos, is what I'm thinking. Anyway, thank you so much, and I hope that this helped, and I hope you like